Hello, fellow budgeters. My name is Brandy, and you're watching From Debt to Dreams. On this channel, we use what we have to pay off our debt. Today, we're going to do a budget with me for my paycheck I get on Friday. So the budget cycle will be from the 14th into the 27th. We're going to go through that in a second, but first, look at my pretty new desk mat. I'm so happy about it. I'm so happy. I hope that this, so I'm hoping that with this mat, we won't see my rings like I was on my desk. Plus, I think it's pretty. All right, so let's go to February. Can move that out of the way for right now. Here's our cash teller slip we're gonna need. All right, I need to have it sideways a little bit, so hopefully it's all still in frame because I can't see. I'm filming on my phone and it is above me, so I can't see. But anyway, here is our budget cycle, February 14th through February 27th. Our paycheck date is the 14th, which is Friday. So our earned income, we are expecting, between me and my husband, we are expecting $3,530. Our cash envelope rollover is what is left over in groceries. Excuse my chair. It's what's left over in groceries, school scouts, and haircuts. I don't count what's left over in sinking funds. So let's go. There's nothing left in groceries. School has 35, scout has 5, so that's 40, and haircuts has 10. So that's $50 of rollover. And left over in our income account right now is $1,795, which brings us to $5,375. Okay, so here are the bills that we have to pay during this pay period. Car insurance will come out on the 14th, and that is it's a little over $120, so I need to budget $121. Our private loan will come out on the 15th, and that is $258. Our Visa credit card needs to come out on the 15th, and the minimum payment for that this time around is $95. B Care Credit, that's the Care Credit card that's in my name. Spoiler alert, something you might see, or I won't see. This, we are not, we've paid it. I paid that off with my tax refund check that came in this week. So we will not have a bill for that. So I'm going, but I wrote this stuff down before I decided to pay that bill. So we're just gonna take that out. And what we're actually gonna do with the money that we would have sent to that is we're gonna put that into our emergency fund. So I'm just gonna write E-fund right there. I'm not gonna put a date because I don't have to, and it's gonna be $190. My husband's student loan is due on the 19th, and we send $335 for that. BEMC is our electric bill. That is due on the 28th, but I'm going to pay that on the 20th, and it's a lot larger than it was, and I think that's because this accounts for some of Christmas, like the very end. I don't know the billing cycle of our electric bill. I need to double check it, but I think it included like the very end of December and beginning of January. And it was cold, plus I had all my Christmas lights up and everything, so it is $260. My husband's life insurance is going to come out on the 21st, and that is $50. My life insurance will come out the very next, well, a couple days later, and mine is $35. This is a private student loan, and that comes out on the 23rd, and I budget $306 for that. It's not $306. It is a variable interest rate, and so I always budget for the higher amount that I have had, just because I just never know when the interest rate is going to change. But right now, with the way that interest rate is, I think our bill is like $295 or something, but I always budget for $306 just in case that interest goes up. I want to be prepared for it. I am going to make another Capital One payment. That is the debt that we are focused on right now. I'm going to make another $15 payment. This $15 was my husband's MLS package subscription on Apple TV, but MLS isn't happening right now. And also, we have T-Mobile, and this year T-Mobile is giving its customers the MLS package for free. So, we're not going to have to worry about that $15 anymore for Apple TV. This is tithes to our church. This is my student loan. It's going to come out on the 27th, and it's $85. And then this is Ashley Furniture, which is a debt, and that is $45. So let's add all of that together. It is $1,903. Okay, so $53.75 minus $1,903 gives us $3,472 left over. Okay, so school, we had a rollover of 35, right? And then Scouts was a rollover of 5, and Haircuts is a rollover of 10. So it's going to get that rollover money. How did I do this last month? So groceries, we budget for 2 weeks. Groceries is $300 a week, so it's $600. That sounds like a lot, and that's because it really is. I have a family of 4, well, really 5, because my mom lives with us, and she buys her own groceries, but we also buy groceries, and she buys some groceries, and we buy groceries. And so, but that groceries also encompasses our dog food. It encompasses like household toiletries, those kinds of things, just because I wanted to simplify my categories for right now. Maybe in the future, I will go ahead and pull out like toiletries or household things or the dog food from that. But right now, that's just where we're sitting. So school is going to get $10, but we're rolling over this 35. So it's going to get a total of $45 within this budget. Scouts is getting $5, and then we have that rollover of 5, so it's going to have 10. And Haircuts is going to get $10 with this rollover of 10, so it has 20. And the reason why I have to do it like that is because I account for that money up here in these inflow totals. And so I have to do that so that this money is taken out, if that makes sense. Okay. My husband gets an allowance of $20. It's not a lot, but he does a couple of things in the evenings, and that $20 is for him to eat out if he needs to. And then that way it's not coming out of our debit account. Pest control gets $55 every paycheck, and HOA gets $50. So with this, we're at $800. Let me do that again. Yep. Okay. So 3472 minus 800 is 2672 left over. Great. All right. I just had to check my cheat sheet I have over to the side. So 2672 is left over. The only one over here when I do these, the only thing I budget for over here is gas. So that's $200. I don't budget for these quite yet. We're just working through that. We're learning. And I probably won't for another like 6-ish months or so. But these kinds of things usually come out of our buffer, or sometimes I over budget for things so that there's more money in the checking account to account for stuff like that. So, our total over here is 200, which puts this at 2472. Okay, so our leftover is 200 or 2,472. So here we are working on our focused debt, Oh no, what did I do that for? Oh, because I'm gonna need it. So our focus debt, this is money that I take out of our checking account to play in my debt binder. That's gonna be $100. 52 envelopes is our way of saving for Christmas, and that's getting $53. Mini challenges, this is for my mini savings challenges that I'm actually gonna be stopping doing because they're not fun for me anymore, but I need $15 in order to finish the ones that I currently have, and so I'm going to pull out $15 for that. And my Brandy savings is me saving up for a treadmill, and I'm only putting in $1 at a time right now. That is just because our main focus is getting out of debt. $1 is not going to hurt anything. And I was watching Becca Budgets, and she has been saving up for a Mustang for a really long time, and she only puts in $5 every time she cash stuffs, and I just love that because it's like the slow and the steady, and it's keeping her eye on the prize. So that's why I'm only doing $1. So let's add this up. That's $169. Which means if we do 2,472 minus 169, we're going to have a rollover in our income account of $2,303, which is amazing. And depending on what my buffer looks like, I might add like $100 or so in my checking account buffer from this. This leftover money right here, this stays in our income account because when we have to pay our mortgage, we're going to need that extra money, because if we just went off of what my husband and I earned and then had our mortgage and all the rest of our expenses, we wouldn't make enough. So we keep money in our income account to help us offset that mortgage. So now let's go into our cash envelope breakdown. I really hope I'm in frame. I'm going to move so I can check it. Oh, I still am. Great. Okay. So we're going to move into our cash envelope breakdown. Right up here, we're going to write our cash denominations. We're going to put 100, 50, 20, 10, 5, and 1. Okay, so groceries get 600. School is getting 10. Scouts is getting 5. Haircuts is getting 10. Jason gets 20. Pest control gets 55. HOA gets 50. Our debt binder gets 100. 52 envelopes gets 53. Minis is getting 15, and I'm getting $1. So that equals out to be $919. Perfect. All right, so groceries. Since this is for 2 weeks and I do $300 a week, each week gets one $100 bill, two $50 bills, and 5 $20 bills. So I'm going to have to double that. So that's 2 $100 bills, 4 50s, and 10 20s. Okay. School is getting 10. So that's going to be a $10 bill. That's not right. My apologies. I'm doing 2 5s because sometimes, I haven't seen it since we got back from Christmas break, but sometimes the school was doing hot lunch, and when they do that, it's $5 per lunch, and so I like to have the 5s there just in case, so they're not having to make change. I'm not having to scramble to find change. Hold please, I have to cough. Okay. Scouts is going to get 5, so that's one $5 bill. Haircuts is getting 10, which is one $10 bill. Jason's going to get 20, which is, normally I give him a $20 bill, but let's try giving him 2 10s because sometimes it's just easier to go out to eat when you don't have to break your 20. Let me just change my cheat sheet real quick. Okay. Pest control is going to get 55, so that's a 50 and a 5. HOA is going to get 50. Focus debt, we're going to do it like this. We're going to do 2 10s 12 fives and 20 ones. So 12 times 5 is 60 plus 20, whoops, plus 20 more, that's 100. Good, so I did that right. 52 envelopes. We are working on envelopes number 7. Let me check. I might bump you. I'm sorry. Oh. Yeah, we're working on envelopes number 7 and 46. So I need the cash to reflect that. So that needs to be 46 is 46 and 7. So 46 is 2 20s. 1 5 and 1 1, and then $7 is 1 5 and 2 1s, right? So I need 2 20s, 2 5s, and 3 1s, which is 40, 53. Yes. Minis, normally I would do 15 ones, but I have enough ones to do a little bit of condensing in my minis. So I'm going to do a 1 or a 10 and a 5. And then we're going to do one $1 bill for myself. All right, so let's count how many we got here. So we have 2 100s, 4 5 6 50s, 10 11 12 20s, 1 2 3 4 5 6 10s, 5 6 7, oops, 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 5s, and then 23 24 ones. So that works out to be 200, 300, 12 times 20 is 240, that is 60, 19 times 5 is 95, and 24. So let's add this up to make sure it's 919. That means we did everything correct. 919. Wonderful. Okay, now we need to fill out our cash teller slip. Which equals 919. Perfect. All right, and I will take that to the bank with me when I go to the bank tomorrow. So we'll find our expense pages. There we go. I like to just do that so that I can flip to my expense pages really quickly. So there we have it. That's my budget with me. All right, my friends. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all. I appreciate everyone that comes back. I appreciate anyone who's checking me out for the first time. My voice doesn't normally sound like this. I am feeling a little crummy, but I am getting better. I already feel 100% better than I did at the beginning of the week. I guess not 100% better, because then that would mean I would like 100%. But I am feeling a lot better than I did at the beginning of the week. We are paying off a lot of debt. And you had a spoiler alert here that I already paid off one of them with my tax refund check. So I encourage you to subscribe and come back at the beginning of March. I mean, come back every time, but at the beginning of March, I will be doing my February monthly closeout and my debt progress video. And you'll get to see how much money we actually got to pay off by paying off that one whole bill, which I am just ecstatic about. I am so happy that bill was one that I just really hated. It was a huge mistake of mine, but it's gone. I'm just, I can't even tell you how excited I am. And so I can't wait for my debt progress video so I can color in that page. I use coloring trackers to track off my debt. I cannot wait to pay up to completely color that page and just be done with that one. So I encourage you to come back. So hit that subscribe button, check on that notification bell so that you won't miss that video, and I will see you again. Tomorrow I will have a weekly check-in video, and that is where I go through every single one of my expenses in my checking account and in my cash spending. And also, since we have a new pay period coming up, I will be closing out my previous pay period, and we'll see how we did when it comes to staying on track and with our spending. Okay, I thank you so much again for being here. I hope that you'll come back tomorrow. Have a really great day. Bye.